You just
Sure.
mentioned her.
All right.
Look right at her.
Tyrone Glover, and I am one of the chairs of the NAACP Legal Redress Committee.
Awesome. First and foremost, what rights do these owners have when
They
it
have
comes to an issue like this?
Yeah, they have a right to be here and lawfully run their business. All right, they have a right to equal treatment, application, and protection under the law, as long as they are in compliance and they are trying to build a business, which businesses, especially small businesses, are the lifeblood of our communities here in Colorado, and black-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, even more so. They offer places for folks to meet, to congregate, to build wealth in the community. So they have a right here, just like anyone else here in Jefferson County, in Lakewood, to operate and grow their vitality.
Earlier this week, I did interview one of the owners, and she said that she felt that neighbors were ganging up on her. Neighbors that we've spoke to as well and gotten tips from say that they feel threatened. They feel that the crime has increased in the past 2 years. So, which is why they gave their complaints to police and the city felt that it was time to revoke their license. Did they have the right to do that based off just complaints and calls?
Well, they have to investigate, and that's exactly why we're here, right? We're here to investigate. We're here to bring all of this into the daylight. All right, this isn't going to be a one-sided thing where we're just relying on what the neighbors are saying, right? We're going to be in here, and hopefully the police will, at some point, be objective truth seekers to really figure out where the rub is, where the rubber meets the road, all right? We need to make sure, at the end of the day, that they are being treated equally, and that means that there's an objective, truth-seeking investigation, and if there's reports, if there's body cam, please, give it to us, all right? You know that we're here. You know that we're investigating. Don't make us do a Colorado Open Records Act request or a Criminal Justice Act request, all right? Give it to us. Let us investigate it. Let us get to the bottom of things and make sure that this business, who's trying to do great things in the community, is being treated equally.
There's a hearing coming up at the end of the month. As I'm sure you know that the business is going to speak their truth, and the neighbors are also going to speak their truth. What's next when that happens? Like, can you explain that to me, the process of why there's even a hearing and what would happen after it?
Well, like individuals, businesses have rights to due process as well, right? And my understanding is that there's a limited due process with the revocation of these licenses, but what's also concerning is my understanding is that they may be going to this hearing without counsel. So we want to look into this. We want to make sure that they are well represented, whether that's someone they retain, whether that's someone that we potentially offer for them. But we want to make sure that they get to tell their story, that this isn't a one-sided enforcement. So we'll see if that hearing occurs in a timely manner, but we want to make sure that they get that full due process under the law and are well and effectively represented.
Is this common? Neighbors ganging up on a business across the street? Or I wouldn't use the word ganging up. I would say complaining about businesses in their neighborhood and then seeing those businesses being ran out of business. Is this a common thing that we see?
I mean, spats between neighbors or beefs between the neighborhood and the businesses is a dispute as old as time, right? You go just down the street to the east side, right? All of the spats and everything over the various concert venues that are up there, the Fillmore, the Ogden, the Bluebird, over the noise ordinance stuff. The juxtaposition and the intermingling between businesses in the community is not an uncommon problem, and folks typically find common ground and a way to move through it. I do believe that just given some of the, quote, improvements, which we also will refer as gentrification that's been happening up and down Colfax here, may have something to play into it and do with it. I see businesses around here that have been issues, arguably, for decades, right? And not once have they been potentially run out or been revoked or condemned or whatnot. So there's definitely some things at play that are of concern, and that's why we're here to look into it. And I would just ask the mayor, the city, the police, cooperate with the investigation. Don't make us try to pull teeth and fight tooth and nail to get the records. If you've got records, give them up. Let us take a look at it. Maybe we all sit down at the table and there's something that we can do here, but if there's not, we're going to seek accountability under the law.
Anything else you'd like to add that I didn't ask?
Just that, which you maybe cannot see because you're focused here on the press conference, is this just is a really unique establishment, okay? To have a black-owned business like this that values community, that gives a positive meeting place, that has historical significance, that gives black folks the ability to spend money here, to patronize here, and keep that money in their communities, which we know is so tough. So much of the money that we spend ends up leaving our communities immediately. I think it's just something really unique. And the city of Lakewood should be fighting to keep a business like this in operation, not trying to run it out.
Thank you.